Sicilian defense, open, classical, Boleslavsky variation, 7.NB3B78.00009.BG5. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White played the opening well, but black was on another level. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. When black eventually plays nf6, white is prevented from moving the piece to e5 by the opening of the light-squared bishop on d6. d4 offers to trade the d-pawn for the c-pawn, giving up a center pawn for more active pieces. Cx d4 gives black two central pawns versus one central pawn for white. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having one central pawn versus black's two central pawns. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Nc3 defends the e4 pawn and starts to develop on the queen side. Nc6 attacks the d4 knight and supports the e5 square. b2 develops the bishop and prepares castling. e5 takes space in the center, attacks the knight on d4 and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. Nb3 retreats the attacked knight to the queen side, where it controls the a5, c5, and d4 squares. b7 develops the dark squared bishop and prepares to castle. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. It is the final book action. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. This threatens to reveal an attack on a bishop. It is best. This enables the adversary to disclose a bishop attack. It is incorrect. That was a truly amazing move. It is brilliant. This is an equal trade. It is best. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White played the opening well, but black was on another level. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White played the opening well, but black was on another level.